Sunday, 9th of August 2015. Paper highlights. First, let's look at the paper highlights from Sunday Observer. CID breakthrough Bharatha Lakshman suspect linked to Blumenthal shooting. Vidhanagamage Amila Sampath, the sixth accused in the Bharatha Lakshman Priyachandra murder case, has been arrested by the Criminal Investigation Department in connection with the Blumenthal shooting incident. Police said yesterday this most wanted suspect had reportedly gone missing near the Halfstrop Courts complex on August 6. The police have also located the second car in which the Blumenthal attackers came. Police spokesman SP Ruwan Gunasekara said the arrest had been made by a special CID team investigating the Blumenthal shooting incident in which 2 people, including a woman, were killed and 11 others were injured while engaged in election campaigning for Colombo District UNP candidate Minister Ravi Karunanayake. Another highlight from Sunday Observer. Exmate recalls Tajuddin's tragedy. A teammate who is said to have been the closest associate of Sri Lanka rugby fullback Wasim Tajuddin recalled fond memories of his playing days before tragedy struck and took away the life of a fine human being and promising player. Ashane Kathalis, also a former Sri Lanka player, told the Sunday Observer in an interview that he couldn't believe his eyes and ears as he came to grips with the tragic demise of Tajuddin, whose death still remains a mystery after 3 years. Tajuddin's body, which was discovered in a battered and charred state inside his car at Narayanpeta, will be exhumed on Monday as investigators probe the cause of his death. More highlights from Sunday Observer. Bonanza for government pensioners. Pension anomalies of public servants will be rectified with this month's pension, and pensioners will receive an additional payment ranging from Rs 2,500 to Rs 10,000 with their August pension tomorrow. This payment is a sequel to a decision taken by the government on the direction of Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe to add the increased payment due to pensioners under circular on rectification of pension anomalies to this month's pension payment on August 10th. Another highlight from Sunday Observer. Low levels of violations. Polls Monitor comments EC. Leading election watchdog PAFRL, commending the Election Commissioner's role in transferring the Secretary Ministry of Posts, said incidents of misuse of state power in the current election have come down significantly compared to previous elections. PAFRL Chairman Rohan Hettiarachchi told the Sunday Observer his organization has recorded 77 cases of misuse of state power, assets and officials starting from nominations to date, a remarkable decline compared with elections held previously. Another highlight from Sunday Observer. Public urge to forget party politics and vote for women. Women activists are urging the public to vote for at least one woman candidate at the August 17th polls, irrespective of the political party they represent. Enabling more women to enter the parliament, the activists say, will further empower the female population of the country. The appeal was made at the launch of Vote for Women joint media campaign by the Women and Media Collective, Search for Common Ground and Association of War-Affected Women. Another highlight from Sunday Observer. Post August 17th, 15 UPFA MPs to support UNF. 15 United People's Freedom Alliance candidates have consented to back the United National Front for Good Governance to form the next government if the need for a national government arises. Plantation Minister and UNF Group Leader for Kandy District, Lakshman Kiriyalla, said. More highlights from Sunday Observer. Dilan. Chandrika insults herself. Sri Lankan Freedom Party media spokesman Dilan Pereira expressing displeasure over the recent statement by former President Chandrika Bandaranaike Kumaratunga said the former president, by resorting to such remarks, has insulted herself. The former president has insulted the SLFP, which was formed by her father, late Prime Minister SWRD Bandaranaike. She has also insulted her mother, late Prime Minister Srimavu Bandaranaike, he said, pointing out that it was the UNP which imprisoned the former president's husband Vijay Kumaratunga and 40 others, branding them as Naxalites, and that the former president had once openly said it was Ranil Wickremesinghe who deprived her son of admission to Royal College. Now let's move to the paper highlights from Ceylon today. Security warning issued. US citizens cautioned in Sri Lanka. The US government has issued a security alert to American citizens living in Sri Lanka and those who are touring the country relating to parliamentary elections scheduled to be held in the country on 17th August. Another highlight from Ceylon today. Tension high at Bribery Commission. Tension is high between the chairman of the commission to investigate allegations of bribery or corruption, Jagat Balapata Bendi, and its Director General Dilrukshi Dais Vikramasinghe over the investigations of some cases. Now let's move to the paper highlights from the Sunday Times. PSD disbanded. STF takes over President's security. The Presidential Security Division has been disbanded after its involvement in criminal activities, Public Order Minister John Amarathunga disclosed yesterday. He said the Special Task Force, the commando arm of the police, would now be responsible for the security of President Maithripala Sirisena. The first assignment was providing close protection at a Kendi event which Mr. Sirisena attended yesterday. The role of the 5,000-strong PS became the subject of a string of investigations by the Criminal Investigation Department. Another highlight from the Sunday Times. Separate passports for children also from tomorrow. Children under the age of 16 from tomorrow will be required to have a separate passport instead of including their names in the parents' passports, a senior official said. Public Order Ministry Secretary TMKB Tennakun told the Sunday Times that the purpose of issuing passports for children was to include the details into the database. Another highlight from the Sunday Times. Army Chief bans party politics for troops. Army Commander Krishanti De Silva yesterday banned Army personnel from getting involved in any form of election campaigning. The directive applies to all ranks including those in the volunteer force, while those violating it would face disciplinary action. Military spokesman Jayannath Jayavira told the Sunday Times. More highlights from the Sunday Times. Paul's chief cracks down on errant state officials. Elections Commissioner Mahinda Deshapriya has cracked the whip on errant state officials for not cooperating with him in his efforts to conduct a free and fair election. The latest instance is the transfer of 2 additional secretaries of the Ministry of Skills Development and Vocational Training. The minister in charge is Priyachandra. Another highlight from the Sunday Times. Italian job visa scam. Rome orders full probe. Investigation extends to embassy here. Italian authorities have ordered a full probe on the alleged scam involving the misuse of 480 Italian job visas and has sought the cooperation of the government for this, officials said yesterday. In a tough message issued to the Italian embassy in Colombo, Italian authorities had said a quick and full probe should be conducted immediately and a report submitted soon. The Sunday Times, in its front page lead story last week, exclusively reported the alleged scam. We brought you the paper highlights from today's newspapers and we will bring you more tomorrow.